Hey everybody, I have with me Fabi Preslar with Spark Publications today for our Business Spotlight interview. My name is Brent Thompson with Action Coach Lake Norman. We're your local training, education, and business coaching firm. So awesome, Fabi. Can you please introduce yourself and tell everybody about your business, about yourself, and maybe all that you guys do?
Well, thank you, Brent. Hi, I'm Fabi Preslar, founder and president of Spark Publications, which is a custom publisher of independently published books and magazines. We publish nonfiction books such as business books, coffee table books, cookbooks, workbooks, and other specialty books for entrepreneurial business leaders. And the association magazines and other magazines that we do are primarily for large national membership associations across the country. And everything we do is with the great purpose of growing businesses, brands, and platforms.
No, that's awesome. Thank you so much for investing in the small business world. I'm going to have you think back to when you first branched out as a business owner, starting from square one.
You know, that was 26 years ago, right?
You then you have plenty of ammunition to answer this question. Um, think of one or two things that you maybe would have done differently have you had the opportunity to do so now.
Well, honestly, every step I took really brought great lessons, one way or the other. So some were hard lessons to earn and learn, and others were great lessons to celebrate. Really, it's really I wish there would have been a course titled Money and All the Stuff That You Need to Know to Be a Business Owner about money, right? So, because I mean, there were so many things to learn about, such as accounting, taxes, bookkeeping, and taxes, and payroll and taxes, and budgeting and taxes, forecasting, bank accounts, reconciliations, finances, the constant surveys about your health, your company's financial health. So to do something differently stepping in, I would have really learned a whole lot about all the different aspects of what was needed from a financial standpoint. I knew I needed to make money, but there is so much a business owner needs to know about money. So that's one of the things I would do differently right off the bat
Okay.
with 2020 hindsight. So,
Yes, well, for all of us, for sure. No, that's
yeah.
that's a great answer. Um, we definitely have those lessons, and sometimes we need to learn them the way that we learn them. So good there. So tell me, like, of all the lessons that you've had in your 26 years, I'm sure there's several that have been very significant, but can you give me maybe one of your most significant learnings that you've had as a business owner or even as an employer?
As an employer, I mean, it's it's all about employees. I mean, employees are the heartbeat of my firm, but one of the things that everybody really needs to consider is that when hiring someone on a small business team, you're basically inviting someone into your life, right? And you're inviting that person into the rest of your team's life, and you'll be spending 8 hours a day with them. Interviewing is like super important. And I keep learning this lesson over and over. It's that every tiny thing that happens during an interview and through the interview process is a peek into what that person will be like in your life, within your business, with your clients. So hiring slow, you hear that all the time. There are times that I didn't hire slow. There are times I did hire slow, but then there's still a lot to learn from that. But one of the big things is once you get a sense of that employee needs to no longer be part of your firm, then stop trying to justify it. I mean, there's the fire fast part, release fast. And I've been burned on that lesson many times because I would start hoping and really trying to make it work. And this, of course, doesn't really help out. I'm not talking about the ones where they need more training. And of course, you provide solutions and make that a stronger relationship and give them what they need. It's just sometimes when that disengagement starts coming in and you realize they really don't want to be here, then I don't want to be the one that's just supplying a paycheck. I need a great part of our team.
Right. No, that's a great lesson. And we'll hit on that just a little bit later
Okay.
as well. So 26 years in business. I'm sure you've heard a lot of different perspectives on what it means to be a business owner, what people think it looks like as a business owner. What do you think are some misconceptions that others from the outside looking in have about what it means to be a business owner and what you go through on the day to day?
Well, a little bit higher level than that, I really think that there's an apparent belief out there that business ownership will solve all of your career and financial problems. And honestly, think about it though. If you can't work for a boss or two, imagine working for 30 bosses, right? And they're now known as clients. Diving into entrepreneurship for the big bucks. Your first year, you may get some of those. Then reality hits as you grow, and that next 18 months is all about, I don't know, the entirely different perspective on it. And then again, 5 years, 10 years. Business ownership and growing a business, it's all about evolution and all the phases. Some of those phases are going to be profitable, some of them are not. But every day, every year is a constant evolution. And I don't think people think about that with business. And especially in this age of like, the guru social media thing, everybody makes it sound like it's fast, it's easy, and look how much money I made. They don't tell you the truth behind how that money was really made or what you have to do to keep it, right?
No, no, totally true. Totally true. So you've had some development and you've had some growth over the years. What do you attribute your growth to?
That's simple. Doing great work that helps our clients grow their businesses.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
And any specific thing that you can think of that you've done for your clients that have kind of propelled you to grow? You have one thing in there, maybe?
Well, I mean, again, it's doing the good work. It's hiring a great team that can do the good work and really service them like you care, and you have to care. And it's we could probably have a 2-hour conversation on that, but that's really the beginning of it all. You just really do good work that really is of benefit to the clients that you serve.
Gotcha. No,
Yeah.
that's good. Um, so we hear work-life balance, right? We hear that term thrown around a lot, and I know that
Yeah.
in the business ownership slash entrepreneurial world, it can be a challenge. What do you do? What are some things you put in place to try to have at least some semblance of work-life balance in your own personal life?
Well, I was never good at the balance part of it. So I just went all in and decided to create one life out of all of this. And so I hired my husband, and he's been full time on our team for about 12 years. And then we hired our daughter, who's been on our team for about 10 years. Um, I've shared with you earlier, my husband and I just celebrated our 37th wedding anniversary. So we work together full time, married, live in the same house, vacation together. The biggest things that we do is really respect each other's time and boundaries. Like I could talk about business 24/7. That's just how I'm built. He and my daughter Sophie do not. They need their time where it's just family time, that there's not any talk about how we're going to do something different, or something going on a particular project. So it's really just defining boundaries, but those boundaries are not linear. They kind of curve into my life every day, evenings, mornings, just because it's one big life where my family is part of my team. I mean, we have a bigger team, but they are an important part of that team, and they are a very important part of my life. So just good, respectful boundaries of some time.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's good, and that kind of leads into what I was going to ask from earlier as well. Is so, what do you look for? What kind of qualities or traits do you look for in hiring someone as an employer? I mean, family is one thing, and still has to be some traits and qualities even in family in order for them to be a good
Absolutely.
fit. But even
Yeah.
outside of family, what do you look for in a person? At least gleaning as much as you can through that interview process that says, hey, I think I want to bring that person on.
Yeah, we really look for a deep sense of service. Um, Without that, I mean, of course, they're going to have deep skills and a desire to do the type of work that we're doing. And working for a small business, a small firm, which is very different than working for a very large firm because we don't have that one lane, that one line of what you have to do. I mean, there's other parts of it, different tasks during the day or the week or different times a year. So flexibility, deep integrity. It's like if you mess up, say you messed up and don't try to cover it up. We've got to work around it together or as a team and make sure that we bring in the client as soon as possible. So those are the big things, a deep sense of service, really talented skills, and somebody that you can trust and a deep level of integrity.
No, all good traits. All right, so we're gonna kind of wrap up here. Got a couple more things. So
Okay.
for all of the aspiring entrepreneurs out there that are just ready to go in and go after what they're passionate about, what
Mm.
is some advice that you could give that person to help them get going in the best way possible?
Really, it's about being clear as to why you want to launch your business. If you have a specific talent, like you just mentioned, talent and passion, if that's what you want to do and you have a specific craft or talent, consider if you'd be best served by working for someone else or being a freelancer, because launching a business will most likely not have you spend much time on that talent. um, there's just so many other skills that you will need to be able to have and that you will have to, really work on and do within a business day or just the whole longevity of your business. That specific skill will probably only be a quarter of the of what's needed to run that business. I mean, you've got everything from marketing, business development, finances, customer service, vendor management, it goes on. And then if it's human resources, then it gets into a whole different level of things. So I think back to what we were talking about, it's not going to be a solution for your career. It's not going to be a solution for your finances if you don't have that clear vision and the proper mindset to get into it.
Awesome. And lastly, if someone is in need of your services and they need to find you or get in touch with you, but what's the best way for them to do that?
The best way is to go to sparkpublications.com. If you're looking to publish a book, just do /books, and we've got a whole great process that we can take you through so that you can learn and we can do some book planning. So we've got 3 sessions to help you do the book planning, or we just do Let's Do This, which includes the book planning, and you dive in and we really get to all the great steps of publishing your book. If you're looking for a magazine, simply go to sparkpublications.com as well. So we've got a couple solutions for different types of projects.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being with us today and interviewing us. And awesome. Learned a lot from you there in your 26 years. And we just wish you all the best going forward.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You got it. Thank you.